Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here, and we're back with another online multiplayer team, and this time we're going to be showcasing Reverse Flash, who's actually really good. He's amazing at juggling. Using a single swipe can juggle infinitely if you do it right, as soon as you get the first hit off on the character, if you have enough speed boost. And because he totally negates the first special that hits him and has a chance to negate two more, it means that he also works pretty well as a damage sponge for at least one special. So if he's still in and you make a mistake and let yourself get smacked by one, even if it's unblocked, it's still pretty good.
He's a perfect counter to Luchador Bane as long as you haven't already used up one of his 3 potential cellular regenerations.
Yeah.
Right. So the beauty of it is when you're talking about real good jugglers, the great jugglers are able to keep on juggling even when the other guy's built up a bar of power. So key parts of gearing him up: one is the unblockable chance plus power generation. Chance of stun on special 1 because he's going to be using special 1 over and over.
And damage boost to basic attacks, which is actually really significant too.
Yeah, and more power gen and chance to disable enemy specials on special 1, because the tricky part is, besides juggling at the beginning before you've done a speed boost and you're relying on Regime Flash's passive, that you can, when somebody drops in, you've got the chance to use a special 1 immediately and negate, say, a couple bars of power, or even 3 bars of power if somebody's coming in like after you've knocked out Killing Joke Joker. Big part of it is managing yourself properly. Doomsday is the tank. Really, almost anybody could be a tank, but we need to deal with Raven.
Yeah, and because Doomsday has those big specials where they deal all the damage in one hit, yeah, it makes it a lot easier to deal with her.
Somebody geared Ares improperly. Alright, who's coming in now?
Rinsed. It's actually better to get hit by Ares' second special by Reverse Flash, because then you're not taking the splash damage.
Oops.
Mistakes were made.
I think another mistake was made just now too. I need somebody to eat Batgirl's special when she comes in, because there's a chance that Reverse Flash might not, because we already triggered his passive one.
And he's so close to the dead that you can't afford that risk.
There we go, that was...
Okay, so yeah, even with a couple mistakes.
Some pretty big ones, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you need a bit of practice, which we obviously don't have, to get good with Reverse Flash's juggle, but even then, he's pretty forgiving. Thank you, Reverse Flash. Oh, I guess people might want to see what the gear on... You saw there's nothing on Regime Flash. There's gear on Doomsday just to act as our tank, our blocking tank. If you've seen our previous MP how to put together a team video, you'll know that we like to make our tank a blocking tank. And yeah, really the main weakness of Reverse Flash for juggling is Raven. If she's not in the last slot, if you're not knocking her at last, then you gotta be careful, because your health swap is gonna leave you with not a lot of health. If she's last, don't care. I'm just gonna keep on juggling her.
Because I think Injustice, usually, unless you gear them up kind of weird, is a game about doing the most specials, right? And that's the main method you have of dealing damage, is getting your specials off. So if you're not geared up to tank specials, then you're not a really great tank, right?
Yeah. There we go. Special disabled. That's perfect. That was the transition I was looking for, so that as he comes in, he's not doing a bunch of damage. Alright, hit me once.
Nope.
Enough. It's when you've got more speed boost, it's a lot easier to do well. You've got to just be careful. Anytime there's a pause like that, it can throw off. At least it throws off my rhythm a lot. Yeah, I am really tempted when I've got full bars of power. I'm really tempted to stop and just use them, but that's kind of dangerous when the real power is in the juggle. So the juggle is just a single swipe, gives them 2 hits. If you follow through with another swipe, you do the 3rd hit and then your swipe combo finishes, but then you can't juggle the same way. And really the beauty, I mean, there's not a lot of guys that can juggle when the opponent has bars of power. Usually, because there's a latency for most characters after they've done any kind of attack where they can't attack again. And it prioritizes, the lowest latency I think is for blocking, and the next lowest latency is for specials.
But I think that's actually whether it was on purpose or not, I think that's actually a good choice. Maybe not to make it like so overpowered to juggle just with 1 hit, but it's interesting to actually make it so that there's a strategy that doesn't just focus around timing your swipes and just swiping as many times as possible, right? Because I feel like this does actually encourage a little bit more engaging gameplay, right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as your choices go. And I think the only issue is how overpowered this looks, right? So that's the only thing that makes me think this is totally not on purpose, is because how just really, really overpowered this strategy actually is.
He's fast. He's got a very short latency to attack clearly. Martian Manhunter.
Oh man, these guys must have whiplash because every punch goes straight to the jaw.
Uppercut.
Their head just being smacked back over and over and over again.
Yeah.
That must not be comfortable.
Well, you can hear all the grunting, right? Or is that reverse Flash grunting?
I think
It makes the effort to punch.
Yeah, it's just the chins are all very turgid.
Turgid?
Well, I think that's more for liquid filling something and making it. But their jawbones must be very, very rough.
Softened up like a pulpy mass.
Well, not. He's making all those grunting noises, so they must be pretty hard. Maybe pointy.
There's thousands of damage. He could knock out a silver character, or no, not silver, bronze in 1 hit.
Yeah, so he's dealing a lot. He's dealing that much damage. There's got to be some damage coming back to his knuckles.
They probably hurt.
Equal and opposite reactions. Ow. This is a pretty interesting team. And it's got a pretty interesting motif too. It's all girls from the Batman universe.
We needed that.
Uh-oh. You need some cellular... Oh, no cellular regeneration here. Might be in a spot of trouble. Switch. Oh, no switch. Oh! You got 1 health back from that cellular regeneration. That's pretty good.
That was crazy.
That was a real important cellular regeneration.
Nail
So yeah.
biter.
As you can see, we're not the best with Reverse Flash yet, but he is still really good, and he only gets better from here, right?
Yeah, I mean, the better you get at timing a special, I mean, you saw in the last fight, actually, I made a small mistake where I was hoping to use the completion of the special one as a transition to whoever's dropping in, so I would be able to block Batgirl's special one, so I wouldn't have to take stun damage.
Yeah, and then
But
you
she
didn't,
had,
and
she or she revived with the fourth world probably. Gear.
And at the end, where you could have switched out to either of the other characters to absorb the special, but you didn't. But it's forgiving enough that you don't need to make the right choice every time. You just need to know the principles and play it pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Komoda.